Okay, we, meaning he,
Hi.
just made raw hummus. Now, it's not our recipe, right?
No, this is Crazy Christina's.
But what did we do?
This is about a little over 6 cups of raw chickpeas, dried chickpeas that we soaked in water like overnight or a couple of nights, whatever you got to do. We soaked that. We added 6 cups of those to the Vitamix. Now, mind you, this is a double recipe, so don't try to do this because it'll bog your Vitamix down. The Vitamix stalled at least 6 times or 7 times. So do the half recipe. So that would be 3 cups of hydrated chickpeas. That would be about a cup and a half of lemon juice. I didn't have enough lemons to make a double recipe, so I'm going to guess that I made close to a cup, maybe a cup and a quarter tops, but it still tastes kind of lemony. I would hold back to about a cup of lemon juice. About 4 to 6 cloves of garlic per batch, a little bit of salt, about a tablespoon of salt per batch, and about a cup of sesame seeds. So raw sesame seeds, raw chickpeas, the whole 9 yards. So about, for the single recipe, 3 cups of chickpeas, 1 cup of sesame seeds, 1 cup of lemon juice, 6 cloves of garlic, really kick it in there, tablespoon of salt, and then I'll add probably about a cup of water. So that's going to make it really, really smooth. You can add a little more water or a little less water, but you just kind of have to gauge it.
It's really great.
That's
Now,
what we get happening.
real quickly,
Yes.
yummers, that's on some
Dope.
communion cracker.
Hi.
Why do we make raw hummus? I don't feel as bloated when I eat it. Why do we eat raw really, really quickly?
Well, raw foods are going to have, think about it. Every time you cook something, you're taking a lot of the nutrients out of it. So the raw foods are the things that your body's going to be able to utilize more of. If I was going to give you, 6 boxes of vegetables or 6 boxes of apples or 6 boxes of steak, whatever, and 3 of the boxes were rotten and you weren't going to be able to eat them, or 3 of the boxes had rocks in them, your body can't process all that. So it's got to work extra hard to extract the nutrients from what it does have. So we want to use the stuff that's raw because it's got all the live enzymes, it's got all of the nutrients that it started out with, and your body is able to just get more out of less stuff. Why make it work harder than it needs to?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and like for me, I'm
eating a cooked cracker. It's baked.
Yeah, we don't eat a lot of
This
cooked,
is very rare.
but like for me, I need foods in their most organic, natural, raw form because my body doesn't break down necessarily and digest. What are the 4?
The 4 basic processes are digestion, did I break it down? Absorption, did I take it in? Utilization, did I use it? And elimination, did I get rid of the waste? Every cell in your body, every car out on the highway, anything that produces energy also produces waste. And so if your body is not eliminating the waste, you've got a breakdown, you've got a problem. You're storing waste somewhere in your body. If your body is not utilizing all the food, why are you eating it in the first place? If it's not getting transported across the cell barrier because you've got a calcium deficiency or some other deficiency, why did you bother? You just got a whole bunch of food going on, a bunch of nutrition in your system, is not even using it. If it's not absorbing it correctly, if it's not absorbing it well, you just kicked out a bunch of the food that you ate. Why waste the time? Why waste the energy? Why waste the money? Why waste the effort on getting the food in if your body's not going to absorb as much of it as possible? So it's very rare for me to eat that much grain, that much flour, that much any of that stuff, because that stuff takes all the little villi that are there to absorb all the nutrition through your small intestine, and it pastes them to the side wall. So now you've got less surface area and you've got a barrier of plaque in there that your body can't really absorb things well. So if you're not eliminating, if you're not utilizing, if you're not absorbing, if you're not digesting, you're wasting time, energy, food, money, whatever it is you're wasting, and it's causing your body to work harder to process and get the energy that it needs, get the nutrition that it needs, and it's just a waste.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
a lot of people are getting, they are getting bigger, but
because we're malnourished, we're overnourished, but we're not getting nourishment out of the nourishment.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
So now we're keeping one.
Keeping one in the fridge, throwing the other one in the
Now
fridge.
I've noticed
I'm
though.
gonna cool this one off though first.
Okay,
You
don't.
don't need bacteria. Basically.
If you do hummus in the freezer, you need to eat it within a couple days when you take it out. Just little
True that.
FYI. Thanks, babe.
You betcha.